AITA for ruining my mum's engagement party after she abandoned me when I was 11? I 17M have a strained relationship with my mum 35F after an incident that happened about 6 years ago. My mum was super strict and a helicopter parent, so we fought a lot over my grades and the trouble I got into at school. She had essentially abandoned me, signing over custody to my dad after I had told her something along the lines of "I hate you and I wish I lived with dad." Typical things an angsty preteen says to their parent. But that fight seemed to have broke her and she cried before dropping me off at my dad's apartment. I thought it wouldn't be a big deal and I would just see her the next day after she proved her point. But she left me there. After that, things got essentially worse for me. My grades dropped and I kept getting into trouble at school, almost to the point where I was kicked out. My dad never had job security, so money was tight. His GF also wasn't fond of me, saying I was dumped on them. I wanted to go back to live with my mum. I thought to apologize, but my mum had essentially moved on with her life. She went back to college to get her degree and was always studying, and later on was focused on her new work. On the weekends I would get to see her. Things were tense between us. She tried so hard to be the fun parent, eating takeout and leaving me to do what I wanted. But it was so unlike her, and we became more estranged. 3 years ago, she started dating Paul 39M, a widower with 2 daughters 9F and 13F. She started treating his daughters like they were her own, and they started calling her mummy, which irritated me. Eventually they moved into my mum's house and changed my childhood bedroom into one of the daughters' room. I was livid when I found out, saying some mean things about the girls, and refused to go back there for my mum's weekends, but she was confused on why I was acting this way. Because of this fight, she thought I wouldn't be attending the engagement party when she announced her and Paul would be getting married. Besides, she didn't want there to ruin the perfect picture of her new family. So I made it a point to go for the party, and called her out on her behavior. I wanted to confront her and tell her she wouldn't have to bother with me after I go off to college, but I may have taken it a tad too far. Everyone kept talking about how Paul's daughters were like her children, and how it would be when she had more kids, and it snapped something in me. I called her a horrible parent, and told her she was trying to replace me with the little brats after she had abandoned me, along with some other insults I don't really remember. Paul kicked me and my dad out, saying I was an asshole for making his fiancée and girls cry, and ruining the engagement party. He said I won't be allowed to the wedding unless I called and apologized. I may have taken it a bit too far, but my dad agrees she had it coming after abandoned a young child at an age when I needed my mother. So AITA, and should I apologize?